Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with
Michael Anthony Fitness.
and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe B Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. It is a rainy Monday here in the metro area, and I'm trying to get to work, and this is crazy because we've been sitting in traffic here for about 25 minutes and have gone about half a mile. But such is life on Interstate 95. Hopefully we can get through whatever this is sometime in the near future and get on to work. So this is a big week. With the Eagles winning against the Giants yesterday, they are now only one game behind us. We've got a hellacious game against the New Orleans Saints, who have been playing lights out. Some people say are the best team in football. Drew Brees is having an MVP season, and they are just killing people. Very few people have been giving us a chance over the last 3 weeks to even win a game, much less be in the playoff chase. So, with that being said, what are we going to do? The Redskins are going to be playing the Eagles. And if the Eagles beat the Redskins, then that means our game in Dallas is for first place if we lose. If the Redskins win and we lose in New Orleans, then the Redskins are in first place. I don't know about you, but it sounds like, I guess Michael's listening to his stuff, we need to win in New Orleans. We really need to win that game. Otherwise, then, if the Redskins get a victory, then things are out of our hands. Then we're relying on somebody else to beat the Redskins. So, how do we stop this team? Well, our offense is going to have their game of the year. And what's interesting about New Orleans, and everybody's already told me, you can't run against New Orleans. Well, New Orleans defense is number one in stopping the run. They've only given up 73 yards a game. But part of that is because teams are trying to keep up. They are literally track meets, hence they're 30th in the NFL against the pass. Overall, their defense is 15th, which, quite frankly, is one of the weaker defenses that we have played this year. I mean, keep in mind, we played the Titans defense. We played the Texans defense. We played the Seahawks. The Redskins were up there as well, other than the last week after we kicked their ass. But we played some really good Carolina's defense. So this may be the first game that we really see our offense go off and maybe hit that 30-point threshold. I know people are going to say I'm crazy, but Amari Cooper, that effect, as more and more time goes by, as Dak and him get to practice more, it's going to keep getting better and better and better. The biggest thing and biggest problem for the Cowboys has been, and I know you Dak haters won't look at the situations. You'll just go through and say, Dak sucks. But Dak is one of the most pressured quarterbacks in the NFL. Our offensive line has been in flux. You know, Tyron Smith isn't able to practice on a regular. He's been nicked up, of course, all season. You know, we, of course, don't have Travis Frederick. Joe Looney has filled in and is getting better and better each week. But Connor Williams, the rookie, you know, he was in there and needs a little bit more time to get stronger and, you know, develop. And Xavier has played pretty well for him. But also, too, people forget that Zach Martin hurt his knee 2 weeks before the beginning of the season. And he's been playing on that bum knee all season long. I remember in the first half of the Redskin game in FedEx, him going to the locker room early because his knee was jacked up. So you've got guys on that offensive line that are nicked up, and you've got people that are playing that you weren't expected to be playing at the beginning of the season. Regardless, we've got to do a better job at pass protection. And Dak, he's got to learn how to move in the pocket better. Some of the times he's kind of drifting back when he needs to kind of step up in that pocket and go. He also needs to realize that he's trying to make plays and he's waiting and taking sacks. We need to get away from those mistakes where we get negative yards, because to go with 3rd and 6 at 7 is one thing, but to go to 3rd and 18, you can't do that. So there's a lot of stuff that Dak still needs to learn as well. But I feel like the season, you look at the numbers where he started out basically averaging about 165 yards a game the first 3. The last 3 he's averaging 266 and not turning over the ball. To me, says he's going in the right direction. And hopefully that trend will continue and we'll see what we get. Now, the other big thing that was great to see over the last couple of weeks is that the Dallas Cowboys defense is finally getting takeaways. And if we can get a few takeaways, get some short field opportunities, because more times than not, our Dallas Cowboys have been starting inside the 15-yard line. And that does not bode well for a lot of scoring. So we need to get the ball in good field position, and turnovers are a great way to have that happen. And one final thing, red zone offense. Too many times we get down there, we bog down, and we're getting field goals. Cannot settle for field goals in the red zone. Got to get touchdowns. Oh my. Okay, so now we know what the problem is. Vehicle fire 2 miles ahead. 2 right lanes blocked. Oh, this is 95. If you're talking about a vehicle fire and 2 lanes blocked.
So everybody's merging over the
But it's 2 miles ahead. We're gonna be here a long time. Oh boy. Well, such is life in the Washington D.C. area, where traffic sucks as bad as the Washington Redskins. I'm Mark Holmes. Oh, and don't forget, tonight, live streaming, we'll be talking about the wild card chase and the NFL playoff scenarios, as well as how our Dallas Cowboys can get a win against the New Orleans Saints. Unlike all the talking heads out there, I believe the Dallas Cowboys actually have a really good chance. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm Mark Holmes, stuck in traffic.